I firmly believe that the next person in Trump's orbit that's going to be jettisoned is going to be Jeanine Pirro, for obvious reasons. She refuses to destroy an innocent man's life in order to continue to perpetrate Donald Trump's lie. But I think that the next cabinet level member to go could be Hegseth. See, if the Republicans lose in the midterms in any way, shape, or form, then you typically see a clearing out. That wouldn't be specific to Donald Trump. A lot of presidents do that. So if he begins to clear out some people, you might see Patel go. You might see other members of the administration go. But Pete Hegseth is one that could wind up being a particular problem for Donald Trump, because the war isn't going to go the way he wants it to go. It's not going the way he wants it to go. It's not going to go the way he wants it to go. He doesn't have an off-ramp. And Pete Hegseth can become sort of the face of the war that he could blame for shit, especially if they're already clashing, which is what some reports say is happening.
President Trump and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth went at it at a recent cabinet meeting at Camp David, according to a report in the Washington Post. President Trump reportedly felt as though he was misled about the extreme shortages in munitions and thought that the problem had, quote unquote, been fixed. The president blasted the report overnight on Truth Social, posting that it was fake news and vowing to go after the treasonous people who leaked this information to the press. But here's the thing. According to a report from the Center for Strategic and International Studies, the numbers of THAAD and Patriot interceptors have actually been depleted by about a half since this war started, and the number of Tomahawks have been depleted by about a third. And the lack of munitions is actually changing the way the United States is conducting war in Iran. According to reporting from NBC News, U.S. commanders in the region are not even intercepting all of the missiles that Iran is launching in the Gulf. And according to reporting from Reuters, because of the lack of long-range missiles, if we continue large-scale airstrikes, we would have to use much riskier piloted bombing missions. And these weapons and munitions are extremely expensive and take anywhere from 1 to 5 years to replenish. My sources are telling me that this leaves the United States in what they call a window of vulnerability. And especially if this war in Iran doesn't resolve anytime soon, the United States could be exposed in other parts of the world.
So none of that reporting is good, obviously. Listen, we don't need all of the military defense equipment that we have. We pay way too much to build planes and tanks that we don't use. But if we're in an active war, and we're being shot at, and we're shooting at them, and we're running out of missiles, that's not good either. Having said that, it appears as if he might be unhappy with the way the war is going. We know that we've seen reporting that he's bored with the way the war is going, and he could kind of label Hegseth as the face of that war and jettison him at some point in time. So I think that the next cabinet level person to go could be, if not Kash Patel, then Pete Hegseth. I think the next person in his orbit to go is going to be Jeanine Pirro. Now, just one last little side note about this. Once again, could a reporter please ask Donald Trump how it is fake news and leaked information? If the news is fake, it wasn't leaked, because there's nothing to leak. It's fake. It doesn't exist. It's a fantasy. If it's leaked, it's not fake.